Hey, gifted souls. I just want you to know that they really did fumble you. They really did play themselves. Like everything that you felt happened to you really happened to them. And now they're realizing it. And that is called karma. See, you've done everything that you're supposed to do. You've listened to the higher power and you've paid attention, you've listened, you went about your business, you went about your day, you went about your life, and you did what you were supposed to do. Meanwhile, these goons, goblins, and gargoyles just been leeching off of you, sucking energy, talking about you, gossiping about you. Like, they're really doing this no matter how much they smile and wave and want to talk to each other and smile and kiki and that's all fake because behind the scenes they are being nasty, negative people and they know they are. They know they are, which is why now anytime they see you, especially the ones that's really been working and they really know what's up, they're probably all in your face. All in your face. And it's probably a whole bunch of fake smiles and all this other dumb crap. And then you have the ones that also know, but they're still pissed off. So they're still gonna keep up their bullshit or to you. Like it's like, okay, whatever. Like whatever. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you still finna be wrong. Like they're still finna be wrong at the end of the day. Like it gifted souls, like they just don't know. Like God is really sick of them. And they might think that it's you doing this, but it's not. It's like it's God is doing it, but He's working through us. Like He's working through us to get to them. And this is why I be believing that saying evil lives the longest. And the interpretation behind that is that God will let evil people live the longest because He's trying to give them a chance to change. Like that's how forgiving and thoughtful God is. Like He know people be messing up. And so He can, because he's the higher power, He really know people hearts. So there might be a lot of these bad people walking around acting all stinking nasty and ugly, but in reality they really got love. They just can't get to it. It's like the Grinch. His heart was too small, and then when he started getting love, it grew. But with these people, like you can get them love and they'll just take it and drain it from you, and their heart get no bigger. It's still small, and it's like, so what you really need is you need God, child. When you can't get love from other humans and things like that, then you definitely need God, child. Like that is a God problem. Only God could fix that. And the fact that you won't go to God lets me know and lets other gifted souls know that you've done so much shit. You are terrified of contacting God because you're afraid of what He's going to place on you because you know that you've done so much bad stuff. And it might have been out of desperation, it might have been out of I don't have any other option, but you always have another option, and that option is seeking out help from God. And then He will give you the answers if you're patient enough. And that's another thing that some of these nasty people are. They'll go to God and ask, but then when they don't get it right then and there, they want to walk off all mad, and then and then that's how they go messing with somebody that didn't even do nothing to you. Like as I am healing more and more, I'm looking back at the past and realizing that all of those people have done something to me. I didn't do nothing to them. It wasn't really what I was doing. It's really what they was going through and what they couldn't get through. And the fact that they knew or they know that they have to go to God for some of the things but won't. So they'll just go leech off of people they know are close to God. Like, now you really messed up. Like, I don't know what goes on in people's mind, but I am a healer and I'm willing to heal those who want to be healed. But what I'm not going to do is allow someone to disrespect me no longer, whether it's physical or spiritual, especially if it's spiritual, child. You really playing on the other side, child. You come for me spiritually. Um, but I literally be minding my own business just as I know a lot of other gifted souls mind their own business. And it's like people know that we're or some form of special or some form of sensitive. And it's like instead of asking for help, you want to come and tear me down, tear us down, or take stuff from us instead of asking. That's why I don't understand stealing. Just ask. And if you get a no, then you gotta know. What you gotta take it for? You taking it because you got told no and now you pissed off. That's what children do. Children do that. Children do that. When they can't get a no, when they can't get a yes, these grown people can't get a yes, they get pissed off and they do other stuff. Or when you ignore their attempts to attack you, or you ignore their attempts to get inside of your business or nosiness, they want to come and do stuff that's childish. Like, I've experienced it in these past couple of years. I've experienced it. So I'm not just off my rocker just talking shit. Like, I've experienced this from grown ass people, grown ass men, grown ass women, and it's like, ugh, like, you definitely didn't have any parents when you were growing up. And it's mind boggling that a lot of us didn't grow up with parents, but we still turned out right. And a lot of us didn't have parents, but we, of course, they went down the wrong road. But it's like, even as you grow up having a hard life, you learn stuff from people, just watching stuff, being in life. Like, you know how to be a good person. You just refusing to do it. I don't care what anyone's been through. There's a certain point where you start realizing stuff as an adult, whether you've been through trauma or not. There's parts of you that know right from wrong. Or maybe I'm wrong, because I have been that traumatized person. But see, that's the thing. You have people that know that they are traumatized, so they know what they're doing to other folks and they know what they're doing to the world. And then you have people that are literally not aware. Like, they're not aware at all. And I'll tell you about the people that are not aware of their trauma, because I was one. The people that are not aware of their trauma are the ones that, or that they're aware, but they're not aware of, like, what they're doing because they have trauma. Like, they're not really aware what they're doing to others because they have trauma. And I used to be one of those people. And so the reason why I didn't know was because I've always been the type of person that if something happens, I just push through and keep going. Because what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? And that's kind of how my life was set up, even as a child. Like, I went through stuff, I couldn't really get out and escape, so I had to endure it. Like, that's the thing. See, being abused sometimes can work out for your better. Sometimes. So I grew up being abused or whatever, but it taught me a lot of stuff that I carry today. And so one thing it did was not being able to escape and having to endure stuff. I just learned how to move on to the next thing. And so I never really got a chance to, like, process everything that's happened to me. So kind of just like bottled up, but it was put into the back of my mind and I was able to push through stuff. And a lot of people do that, which is not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing either, because what's gonna happen is one time you're gonna come to something, you're gonna come to a point in your life, and that's all that shit, like your closet, like cleaning out my closet. Like, maybe I should go back and listen to the Eminem song. Like, one day that something's going to trigger all of that mess in that closet. Is going to fall down on top of you, and that's when you're going to have to deal with it. When you don't deal with it, then it rolls into something else more, like, offset. Like, you become really offset if you don't deal with it. um but I know this for a fact because I've experienced it. In 2021 is when my closet broke. It was like when everything came out, and it was like, so what you gonna do? You gonna clean it up, or you gonna throw it all back in there? And I was like, I ain't finna throw that shit back in there. What did you talk about? We gotta clean this up, because what happens is when you don't clean up, you attract negativity. Same thing for your house, your car, your body. Like, you not clean, you attract dirty stuff. That's why they say cleanliness is close to godliness. You can't get to God if you got a whole bunch of crap inside of you. Like, think of your internal, your soul. That is like a closet, right? So you putting all that stuff in there and you're not even trying to clean it out. That's why people do a lot of spring cleanings and stuff. So, like, going around and trying to put it on under other people is ridiculous. Do your work. Do your work. Like, this is work for you, and God is probably giving you negative people a chance. This was really supposed to be for my gifted souls. Now I feel like I'm talking to the angry souls, and it's like it always happens like that because that's most of the people that be doing the most fuck shit is these bad people, and I call them bad because that's what their soul is like. We're just child. And then like the more that you point them out, the angrier they get, and it's like, well, shit. If I'm tired of your shit and I notice your shit, that mean a whole bunch of other motherfuckers around you are tired of your shit. Whether they won't tell you or not, because there's people that will just suck it up and deal with it, because people sucked it up and deal with me. So I know, like, there's probably a thousand people around them negative people that say the same thing that us gifted people are saying, but they won't say anything to them. And so God set it up so that way you can come across a chosen one. A chosen one can tell you about yourself. Because we're not afraid to tell people about themselves, because telling someone about themselves is healing them. A lot of people would take that as, oh, you coming for me, and it's like, well, you know better. You know, because people walk around like they don't be knowing. You know, that's the trick. That's why people, they've stopped doing stuff physically and they do it internally because no one can see. But then when you start reacting, it looks like you tripping. That's the point. They wanted to look like you tripping. You not tripping. They just trying to do shit because they're too afraid to really do the self work. Like, they can go out and get jobs and buy cars and look lavish, but child, you really ain't doing the self work, so you ain't really got shit. Ain't nobody paying attention to you. Like, and as a gifted soul, you can tell the people that are cloaking, or they're like covering up stuff, because it's a proven fact that money doesn't buy happiness. Child, bye. It might buy you a whole bunch of therapy appointments, but is you really doing the work in therapy? Like, child, bye. Like, but anyway, that's what I wanted to tell the chosen ones and the gifted ones. But it seemed like it turned into a rant about the negative ones. But still, this is still information and wisdom for both sides. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. That's why the people making robots, because the people tired of humans. That's exactly why they making all this robot stuff, because people is tired of humans. Humans, oof, the worst creatures on this earth, child. The worst. The worst. So insecure, so self absorbed, selfish, no self love, no self care, just want, gimme, 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 because it's mine, mine. And it's like, no, it's not. Who the fuck are you? Ugh. That's why God killed the first world off. Like, child, bye. Y'all hella annoying. Like, child. That's why they say you gotta have that patience of God to deal with some folk. That's a lot of patience that the higher power got, y'all. You know how many times I would have rolled this world over and remade it, because I just can't stand fuckery. Either I'll call it out or I'll just be quiet, because I know that eventually people gonna stumble upon their own stuff and it's gonna hit them right on top of their head, because karma is real whether you're religious or not. Because a lot of people feel like karma don't exist because it's not in the Bible. Well, you're not reading and comprehending the Bible right, because karma is all throughout the Bible, child. Like, it's just because people don't want to hear that word, because they know that that's what's happening right now to them. So they trying to deny it. They deny it. It's not happening. That's what a lot of people are in, especially negative people. They're in denial. But again, some people don't know or recognize that they're in denial sometimes. Like, a lot of people do not recognize that they got stuff going on. Um, and some of them do. But anyway, I've done rambled enough this morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think. I don't know. Yeah, so I think I done rambled enough. But if you catch this, you catch it. And I hope you learn something. All right, see you later.